All right, everyone. Today's episode is going to be extra special, so I hope you upgraded your popcorn to a jumbo tub because Bria and I are honored to welcome a very special. Bria and I are honored to welcome a very special guest, the one and only Pink Razor bad bitch herself, my sister, Leah.
I'm an air horn myself.
Man, that was like probably one of the best introductions.
I was just gonna say, I am like, my heart is just soaring with the eagles for that sweet introduction.
And I think deservedly so.
It's what a treat, what a dream to be here today with you two on Roll Call. I've got my yellow Blockbuster / Roll Call colored sweater on. I've got a New York little ball cap on for this movie. I love the pod. I love listening to you two chat it up, introducing me to movies that I have not formally watched before. And it's just a good time. And I'm so happy to be here. So thank you.
Oh, we're gonna have a good time today.
Yes, yes. And before we talk about the movie, we're gonna play a game of this or that has been chosen by your sister Simone. So
oh boy,
this is all her. Do not give me any flack for I haven't read these questions. So
these have not been pre-edited.
Yes.
So
Perfect.
I am trying to learn as we go along of catering this or that, either to like a guest in particular or to the time era of the movie or like the type of movie we're doing. So I Am Legend is the movie we're going to be reviewing today. It came out in 2007, so I just decided to stick with some fun-ish 2007 pop culture this or that. So our first question is, in 2007, we had 2 Judd Apatow movies released. So between the two, Leah, Knocked Up or Superbad?
Oh, that's the same year. Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with problematic fave, Knocked Up.
Okay.
I still love Knocked Up. Does it hold up? Not really. But for me personally, I still kind of love it. I saw them both in theaters.
Either.
You haven't seen either?
I've seen.
I know you said like comedies aren't really like you won't seek that out by yourself.
Yeah, I've seen clips of Knocked Up because it's always on E for some reason.
You know, I mean, Katherine Heigl's character worked for E and Knocked Up, so that's probably why it's on E all the time. Mm-hmm. And like that's the reason why it's a problematic fave. Like they really did Katherine Heigl dirty. And I mean, I know she's like difficult. She's been known to be like difficult to work with in general, but like they really painted her character as like a hag. And like, listen, Seth Rogen was a deadbeat and they painted him out to be like the hero. And Katherine Heigl was just like trying to be her best, you know? They painted her and, what is Judd Apatow's wife? Leslie Mann.
Yes.
Painted them out to be like very stereotypical, like naggy wives. When really their husbands / baby daddies just sucked and they're just trying to do their best. But I don't know. I will still watch it when it comes on TV.
Yeah.
I'm going with Knocked Up.
I want to watch them, especially Superbad, because I feel like that's like a cult classic. So that might be my pick. Like,
I would say Superbad is arguably like funnier and better, but
Knocked Up has a special place in your heart.
Oddly, yes. Yes, it does.
Yeah. I'm going Superbad, but what's funny about that is that movie gives our mom anxiety because she's just like, it's just one bad thing after another happening to these boys. When will they ever get to the party?
That's like, if we had a Patreon, that's content I'd pay to see.
To have Pat watching Superbad.
Yes, live, just record her reaction to Superbad. Like,
it's just like, yeah. I think I don't remember the exact quote. She's like, the movie's funny, but it's just like it just makes me so anxious watching it because it just takes so long to get to the final part. It's just one bad thing after another.
See,
I
I'm
wonder.
I'm hearing a hint of little Jewish Simone coming through, like just inching, trying to hold back.
It
I
just
was
makes
also
me so
just gonna
anxious. Go
I was
ahead.
gonna say too, for mom, like for our mom, I just wonder if these like teen movies give her, it just like brings her back to a dark place of like our teen years of like, oh
Probably.
God, that's what they were up to. I know it.
Probably. Oh yeah, like gold flake. If there was
Yeah.
alcohol that had actual gold flakes in it,
Oh, that's
that
hilarious.
would have been it.
Mhm.
All right, second this or that. So in 2007, talk about a problematic fave. Harry Potter is starting to, we're in like a big height of Harry Potter fandom in 2007. Order of the Phoenix is released in theaters, and Deathly Hallows is released just shortly after as a midnight book release. Leah, you've been to both midnight movie
Legend.
premieres and book releases. So which one, this or that, movie premiere, midnight movie premiere, or midnight book premiere?
I mean, problematic fave indeed.
Indeed.
I'm gonna go book premiere in this case. I mean, I was more of a book person than a movie person when it came to Harry Potter, anyways. And I mean, we're talking the Deathly Hollows
Yes.
midnight book drop. Like
It,
that was the end all be all. There was so much hype. That was like if we didn't know if Snape was like good or bad. The book party I went to was the one at Borders in San Ramon, which
Oh,
RIP is no
Borders.
longer there. It's now a fucking Home Goods. But it used to be a Border. And they had a whole thing where when you went to go like sign up for the midnight party and like place your order, they were giving out free like team like Snape is evil and Snape is good. And they were giving you like swag. I got like a sticker and I think like a little like a poster or like something to like hold up to be like Snape's a good guy. I mean, even though he's kind of not, but like he was, you know.
Take us
But
back.
yeah,
Ugh.
I mean that book party was
yeah.
lit. That was lit. But real quick, the the Order of the Phoenix movie premiere was the one where my friend Megan and I dressed up as Fred and George, and we wore red Bozo the Clown wigs for our red Weasley hair. So that was a fun, memorable one as
I hope
well.
you have a picture.
Oh yeah.
I sure do. I will share it with y'all immediately afterwards.
Oh my god, that both of those are iconic. I
Truly.
I had unfortunately not been interested in Harry Potter as the movies came out because I stopped reading the books because I thought they were too hard. But I wish I did, and I've read them now as an
Mhm.
adult. But I did go to the Deathly. I went to like one of the parts of the premieres. But anyways, all that to say, I would choose the book knowing what I know now because it's not split into two for one. But The Order of the Phoenix is my favorite book, so it's hard. It's a hard
Mm.
toss up there.
Mm.
Mm. I've never been to a book premiere before. That was, I think I'm with you, Bria. As they started to get bigger and wider, I got too intimidated. So I dropped off, I think, after Goblet of Fire, but then picked it back up again in college, especially when I took that class at St. Mary's. But we've been to every midnight premiere, I think, Prisoner of Azkaban and up, at least for me. So I've enjoyed every single one. And the Deathly Hallows one, I made that snitch costume. We got in line like
Wait,
hella
what?
early, and I was
Yeah.
just like running around like, meow.
I hope you have the picture
I
too.
do, yeah. If you scroll really early up in my Instagram, there's a picture of me like holding the spot in line, and I had wings. I had a gold t-shirt, and it said I open at the close, and then I spread my wings, and it had like detachable
That's a
wings
hell of a pickup
inside.
line too.
Wink.
Oh my god. See, we need to bring back events and like books and movies of this nature. Like premieres are like not I feel like Black Panther was the last like big special and to
Oh yeah.
me where
I
people
didn't do
like
the I didn't do the midnight Black Panther, but I went like the Friday night that it first came out. And you're right, there is something like special about like that collective shared experience, like movie energy.
Yeah. But like
Yeah.
people dressing up and all that
Hmm.
stuff, like I feel like we don't have those movies as much anymore. Like
Yeah.
even like when we would go see Hunger Games, like it was very like minimal. Like it was like we here and we're ready, but it wasn't like very like oh, like I got my bow and arrow with me or like
Probably because they can't let that in the theater. You show up like
but very little costume and well, you know, Hunger Games not big on costumes anyways. Let's move on.
Real quick before we move on, do y'all remember that old, it was either YouTube or Vine, but it was when book 6 of Harry Potter came out where Snape killed Dumbledore and somebody drove through the parking lot and shouted, Snape killed Dumbledore.
on page like dot 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 dot.
That's
People
terrible.
were coming out of the bookstore of like Barnes and Noble at like, 12:30 right after the midnight premiere, and someone's just like, Snape kills Dumbledore, and they're like, no, you bitch, like losing their damn minds. Oh, it's so funny. But I would have been so pissed.
Oh, yeah, I'm surprised people didn't try to like hop on their brooms and come for that car and like knock it down, just like
sure they did.
Bat it
There's
down.
just a clattering of like Deathly Hallows books being thrown at this car. You ruined it.
Oh my gosh. All right. So moving past, I guess these ladies, I would say, could also be a problematic fave, depending on how you look at it. The mid-aughts are infamous for bad girls. We got the rise of Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton, Nicole Richie, and what we do see a big rise in is some of these girls getting in a little bit of trouble. So I'm gonna share my screen really quickly, and I'm gonna have you choose mid-aughts mugshots, this or that.
Oh boy.
We're gonna go. Forget the Kardashian, but we're gonna go Paris Hilton or Lindsay Lohan mugshots, this or that.
Okay, I mean, Lohan's is the one that I remember the most, but let's give it props to Paris, who her smile says, I have a secret, but I'm not going to tell you. And that is a choice that I respect.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Nicole Richie. What kind of angle was that?
She's that's a Stanley Kubrick stare, you know what I mean?
That's a MySpace picture. Like that's not a mugshot.
She's like, give me the damn camera. She like holds it up.
She has that iconic like MySpace swoopy bang too.
Yeah, she does. We love a swoop.
It's funny. I'm going to talk about them in pop culture.
Oh. Yes, I believe Paris Hilton. Oh, I won't ruin it because you'll probably share what they got their mugshots for.
Yes.
Is that it? Okay. All right. Well, I won't spoil it. Bria, do you have to choose between either one?
Oh, I don't know. That's hard. I would choose. Let's see. If I had to pick like a T-shirt, I would pick probably Paris.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Yeah.
Somebody slap that on a T-shirt.
Oh, definitely.
I should put J-Lo's on a T-shirt.
Oh, J-Lo's mugshot?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Yes. Our queen. And we just, bad girls do it best. Live fast, die young. Bad girls do it best.
Or hashtag same girl.
That's it.
Jenny
That's
block.
That's it. Relatable.
Block
I'm
A,
real.
so B.
On the 6. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I agree. I'm also going Paris Hilton with this one. It's just like she poses, she knows her angles, she doesn't give a fucking shit, and I love that.
It's like she said that's hot. And like
Probably. Another fun thing that happened in 2007, I don't know if this came up for your search, Bria, was that Tommy Lee and Kid Rock got into some pretty heated argument at in a club. I think it was Kid Rock that came up to Tommy Lee and like decked him in the face. So if you had to choose either or scrummy artists, A Night in Paradise, are you going Tommy Lee or are we going Kid Rock?
Oh, like a night and like I have to hook up with one of them?
You have
I
to,
was like,
you have to, well,
Yeah,
yeah,
what does a night in paradise mean, Simone?
you have to have a dinner, a full course dinner and some drinks, go back to their house and like watch a movie.
Is the am I in the year 2007 or is it like present day? Basically, like I'm gonna pick both are trash, but
Yeah.
if I'm going like today, knowing what I know now, I'm gonna go Tommy Lee because Kid Rock is like hard QAnon, like Trump situation, and I could not handle that. I don't think. I don't know what
Okay.
Tommy Lee's like political stitch is, but yeah.
Damn. I'm glad you said that because I was gonna say Kid Rock just because he's friends with Guy Fieri. And I
Mm.
trust Guy Fieri, but now I know now I don't know if I can.
Now I don't know. Now we
Flavortown
don't know.
betrayed me.
not everyone in Flavortown is trustworthy.
A hard lesson was learned today.
Write that down. Funny thing is, Leah posed some great follow-up questions because if it was 2007, I probably would have chose Kid Rock because he was like on the up and up then. He wasn't as bad.
Yeah.
And I saw like his behind the music where he started out in rap and I was like, what? That makes so much sense. But knowing what we know now, I would pick Tommy Lee. And I definitely would be like, hey, whip it out. How big is it?
Yeah, let's see it.
Was
watch
that
Pam
video
and Tommy.
true or what? Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it really talk? Oh, that was the cringiest part of that show. Oh, and we watched that together in person, right?
Oh, we did the Talking Penis episode.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have yet to watch
wild.
that show, but now I think I need to. Oh
I liked
boy.
it overall, but
Yeah.
that was the weirdest part. It was like
It was. And again, like Seth Rogen. And it's like it's funny, everyone in that show besides Pam is like a piece of shit, right? And at the end of the day, you feel icky and you still feel really bad for like how like Pam Anderson left that deal and that whole situation at the end of it and how she was treated, and it was just is a bummer. But Lily James, I thought, did a great job.
and she's nominated for an Emmy, I think, for it.
Oh,
so fingers crossed.
good job.
Yeah.
All right. So this last one, I'm cheating a little bit because Leah has phenomenal stories. And so this last one is not a this or that, but in 2007, the Spice Girls launched their reunion tour. And Leah has a really epic story. Leah, you were living in New York in 2007 and you flew down to LA to see the Spice Girls reunion show, and you were able to make it back in time for your finals. If you could briefly regale the group of that heroic tale, I'd love to hear it.
Yeah, I mean, is it an epic story? I don't know, but it was one of the most fun weekends of my life. So the dilemma was this. I was in college, so I was living in New York, going to school, and the Spice Girls announced their like reunion tour. And the New York dates were over my winter break when I was going to be home in California, and the California dates were all when I was in New York. So I was like, what's a girl to do? I have to go. I'm not going to not go see the Spice Girls. And one of the LA dates was on December 7th, which is my best friend Colleen Wilson's 21st birthday. And so but she and like her college friends were going for her birthday, and she was like, listen, if you buy your plane ticket, I will pay for your concert ticket so that you can come and go with us. And I was like, sold. So I booked a little plane ticket from New York to LA, and the concert was on a Friday. So I flew on Friday. I like land. We immediately like get ready to go to the concert. It's like the absolute best. I didn't have a chance to see the Spice Girls like back in the day. So to like see them in 2007, it was, a very full circle moment. We dressed up. I was repping some Mel B inspired leopard, like gold hair situation. It was great. We looked amazing. We had the best time. We went to Disneyland the next day. Colleen had like a raging house party the following night. And then after the party, I had a final exam at school on Monday morning. So I got on a plane, like I got on my plane to go back to New York Sunday night, and it was a red eye. So I land in New York at like 6 in the morning. I like swing by a bodega, get like a giant Red Bull, and I go into my final, like pulling my little wheelie suitcase. And I have on like my big winter coat because it's December in New York. And I have my like Spice Girls like concert, like tour t-shirt on. And I like plop down and I like peel my jacket off with like the suitcase and the Red Bull. I'm like, we're doing it. And my final was I was taking a Hebrew class, so like conversational Hebrew. And my professor was like this wonderful, lovely, young Israeli like gay guy. And so I come just strolling on in, and he like sees what's happening, and he like comes up to me and like in Hebrew was like, "Did you go? And like, were you in LA for this concert?" And I was like, "Yes." And so he takes my test, and there was like a prompt on the back that was like for us to like write an essay. So he like crosses the essay question out, and then in Hebrew it was just like, "Tell me about your weekend," period.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I just had to like in Hebrew just like tell him all about the Spice Girls. And because the point of the exam was just like, can you write a paragraph or two in Hebrew? Like it really didn't matter what it was about. So yeah, so that was that. And I got an A.
You wanted the tea. You wanted all the spice tea. Like, oh my God. So. I am so inspired. I feel like this should be a movie.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it was just fun. And it's the kind of thing where like I was 20 at the time. The energy is unlimited. Like if I
the
was
limit does not exist.
If I was presented with this scenario now, I would need a full month to recover. I would be absolutely destroyed. Like one Red Bull now, my heart would just be like, I'd have insane heartburn for like hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I think I could still do that now. I would definitely not be doing anything else the rest of the week, though. Like, don't ask me to go anywhere, see anything, like get up. Like,
yeah, that's a toughie. That's a toughie. I love that story when he was just like, forget the final. Yeah. Just like tell me about what you did. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
I'm seriously inspired. If I knew how to write a script, I would just bang one out right now. It's like Bridesmaids and The Hangover, but none of that bullshit about like weddings, but just like the ultimate like nostalgia trip, like seize the day weekend.
Yeah, definitely. It's just one of those things where like it was just nonstop bangers, all skips of like fun activities. Yes, yeah.
Club, airport, Spice Girls, Disneyland, like
Rager Party, Red Bull, Red Eye,
another
bodega, final. Oh my God! Well, what a way to close out the this or that. Like I love it. So might have to put some Spice Girls in there.
Viva forever. I'll be waiting. Everlasting.
They're on my list of reunion tours that's going to tap into my savings account.
Yeah.
Them, Destiny's Child, and NSYNC.
Oh. Just imagine the unlimited possibilities. I just love it so much. All right. Well, tune in to our follow-up episode where we talk in full length about our movie of choice. So follow us on the main thread, and we'll see y'all real soon. And cut.